5 years of marriage, and I'm watching my wife wrangle the kids with greasy hair and a body that couldn't even fit into my t-shirt anymore. It made me sick, but when the car accident hit, I threw myself in front of her and the kids without thinking. I love her. I'd die for her. I just didn't want to be with her anymore. Lindsay is my wife. 5 years married, 2 kids. Our oldest wasn't even in preschool yet when she accidentally got pregnant again. We'd agreed, 1 kid, our daughter, give her everything, the best life, the best education. But when the pregnancy test came back positive, Lindsay couldn't bring herself to terminate. So her plan to go back to work after our daughter started preschool? Gone. She gave up her career for this family and became a full-time stay-at-home mom. I was grateful. To make her feel secure, I linked my paycheck to her account. Every month, the money was hers. Even our savings got transferred over. I thought this was the dream, the setup every man wanted. She handles the home, I handle the career. Each doing our part, holding this family together. In those early years, whenever things got rough at work, difficult clients, impossible targets, I'd just think of Lindsay and the kids, and I'd push through. I was a machine that never stopped, all for one goal: give my wife and kids a real life in a Tier 1 city, give my kids the best education money could buy. Then I got promoted, project manager, steady income, stable life, and I completely lost it. The drive, the fire, the reason to keep pushing, it just vanished. On our 5th wedding anniversary, I watched Lindsay tend to the kids. Greasy hair, weight she couldn't hide even in my oversized t-shirt. I felt disgusted. I should have said, let's drop the kids at grandma's tonight and go to your favorite restaurant. But I couldn't get the words out. Still, when I left for work, out of habit, I kissed her on the cheek and told her not to wear herself out. She smiled, head down. Her part was 2 fingers wide. I could see the dandruff. I looked away. I got to my car, sat in the driver's seat, and just sat there. Didn't start the engine for a while. I grabbed a wipe and cleaned off my mouth. I couldn't even picture what Lindsay looked like in college anymore. Couldn't remember how we fell in love. Financially, we could have easily hired a nanny. But Lindsay insisted on saving that money for a bigger place. Said she was already home full-time anyway. Why waste the cash? Nannies in a Tier 1 city run 5 figures a month. She wanted to send the kids to an international school one day. Her plan was to sell our current place, find something closer to the city center, scrape together a down payment. Then she'd go back to work, and we'd pay the mortgage together. The more we save now, the more options we'd have later. Schools, neighborhoods, all of it. Every time she talked about the future, her eyes would just light up. She was always calculating, always planning ahead for this family. But I couldn't stay on the same wavelength anymore. When she talked, I couldn't even focus on her face. That afternoon, a new batch of Gen Z interns joined the company. Multiple departments organized a welcome dinner like they always do. My assistant came over and said, "The other managers are all bringing their spouses. Shouldn't you have your wife come out too? Let her meet the new hires?" I texted Lindsay to ask. This kind of thing had come up before, but she always said no. Had to watch the kids. I knew the real reason though. She was insecure. After our second, she hit 160 pounds and never came back down, no matter what she tried. Her old clothes didn't fit, and she never bought new ones. She always said, "Once I lose the weight, I'll have plenty of clothes. No point wasting money now." So whenever we went out, she wore my t-shirt with a baggy hoodie over it. She texted back almost immediately, "Babe, will you be embarrassed by me? If not, I'll go." I typed back, "Of course not." But in my head I was thinking, if she shows up in that same baggy outfit, I'm going to look bad in front of my whole team. So it was settled. Dinner was at a nice Japanese spot near the office, hand-picked by the interns who were dead set on going all out and treating us managers to a real meal. Lindsay was the first spouse to arrive. She wore a black dress, did her makeup, and brought out the most expensive bag we owned. She'd even gone to a salon to style her hair, get some volume going, make it look fuller, still heavy but not sloppy. That was something. But surrounded by sharp, polished professionals, she was visibly stiff. Seeing her like that, honestly, it got to me a little. She used to work at a newspaper right out of college, and full of life, loud, unfiltered. Marriage did this to her. Family did this to her. She'd been out of the workforce for over 3 years now, lost touch with her old colleagues, forgot half the industry jargon. She'd catch herself impressed when someone dropped a few English words into a sentence mid-conversation, something that used to be totally normal for her. She'd been out of the world too long. Her whole social circle had shrunk down to just me and the kids. Once our daughter got a little older, the thing that made Lindsay happiest was finally having a sidekick. Movies, bookstores, playgrounds, ice cream. She had a partner for all of it. That softened me. I pulled her to sit next to me, took her hand, and introduced her to the table. "This is my wife, Lindsay, former reporter at the provincial paper. Unlucky enough to end up with me, so she's been stuck at home raising our kids. Hey, be nice to her, all right?" The whole room erupted. Lindsay finally cracked a shy smile and started to loosen up. The other spouses arrived not long after. Lindsay looked around at the other women, flawless makeup, slim figures, and practically wanted to disappear. Lucky for her, the woman next to her was a total social butterfly, kept pulling her into conversation, which helped take the edge off. Dinner was a good time. The interns kept picking our brains about what working life was really like, and sneaked in some gossip about which managers were actually close, and who ranked well with the higher-ups. Meanwhile, Lindsay was deep in conversation with the woman beside her about parenting. The woman's baby had just hit 100 days old. She was a first-time mom, still figuring everything out. That was Lin Shi's zone. 2 kids raised from newborns. She had an endless stream of advice. When they roll over, walk, teeth come in. When to start solids, when to take them out, what to bring, what to pack. Preschool research, which baby brands are actually worth it. Turns out she had put in years of homework and learned plenty the hard way. Everything she bought for the kids, food, clothes, toys, she'd compared multiple sellers, read every single review, confirmed ingredients with customer service, checked for any safety concerns, then triple-checked before it ever touched her kids. For our daughter's preschool, she started researching while she was still in postpartum recovery. Called schools one by one, then went on social media to find parents whose kids actually went there and asked them directly. She landed on the best value school and got our daughter on the wait list when she was barely over a year old.